Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Talk about it.
What?
I don't get it.
I'm so damn confused.
What's this?
Talk about it.
What is going on here?
What's this?
Talk about it.
Wait a minute. I get it. Just do it.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
It's that time again. Time to hit those Zoom links and hit those spaces.
Talk about it.
Time to get your butt in the box and join the conversation.
Talk about it.
About what? You decide. Right here. Only on Talk About It.
Well, duh.
All right. Welcome back to Talk About It Livestream, the show where we talk about anything and everything as long as it's interesting. I know. Corny little catchphrase or whatever. Not really a catchphrase, but hey, listen. Seriously, welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a while since I've been on here. My OBS crashed. Talk about piss me off, man. OBS pushes out these updates. Always telling you, you got to update the stuff. And at the same time, your Stream Deck wants to update at the same time. And things stop working unless you do update them. But I'm always holding my breath whenever I go to hit that update button because you never know if it's going to break everything. And sure enough, this time it broke everything. I had to completely rebuild this thing from scratch. It sucked. Fortunately, I had some of the images and stuff like that saved, but I had to rebuild the whole stupid thing again. It took me a little while because, as I mentioned in previous episodes, I was starting another job. So now I'm working 2 jobs, and both are taking up a lot of time while I'm also trying to do this. But that's okay. I've got this fixed. I got it working. I built a cool little ticker that you got down there at the bottom now too. That's right. That ticker is going to be updating us with news as it happens, as well as we've got a live news monitor that's going to be happening here for us. It's going to be really good. It's going to really help us out. Now, we got a lot of shit to get into tonight. A lot of shit to get into. Here's some of the stuff we got here. So first off, the No Kings rally happened last weekend, and that thing, you know, they acted like this thing wasn't violent, but I've got video that proves otherwise in that scenario, as well as Trump seems to have broken sissy boy Harry Sisson. Great. We've also got the White House renovations, which the left have completely lost their minds over. We're going to go over that a little bit. Oops. Obviously, the Schumer shutdown still going on. Candace has recently blamed Trump for the murder of Charlie Kirk. I know, kind of hard to believe. And obviously, yesterday we had some breaking news that the NBA is rigged. That's right, they're rigged, and they're in cahoots with the freaking mafia. That's right. I tell you, there's a good reason. You know, I'm kind of happy I stopped watching professional sports a while back because, frankly, you just can't trust it. And finally, the biggest news of all, the alien invasion update. They're upon us. We're going to get into that. We got a lot that we're going to be getting into tonight. So, okay. Really happy that everybody's back. Let's go ahead and dive into this top story here. This top story that we got going on. Let me make sure that I pull this up. We have got the No Kings rally. And that thing was absolutely insane. I was watching it last weekend, and I shit you not, I'm not exaggerating whenever I sit here and say that in the course of 30 minutes, I heard these left-wing news commentators talk about how important it was to keep things peaceful without any violence at least 300 freaking times. I am not kidding when I say that. At least 300 times in 30 minutes, I heard them sitting here saying, it's really important that we keep these rallies peaceful. It's really important. And I'm sorry, if you have to continuously tell your audience to keep things peaceful, that tells us everything we need to know about your audience. You don't see conservative outlets having to tell their audience to stay peaceful. No, you only see that on left-wing outlets. And it's absolutely insane how much they had to keep saying that shit. But despite them saying it frequently, we still had a shitload of violence. I'm going to show you what we're talking about here. Let's take a look at this.
You gotta grab a gun. We gotta turn around the guns on this fascist system. These ICE agents gotta get shot and wiped out.
Who are you gonna kill?
Nazis.
Who do you define as a Nazi?
What do you mean? It's pretty...
In this context, who's a Nazi?
Stephen Miller's a Nazi.
So you're gonna kill Stephen Miller?
If I had a chance, yeah, I would.
I don't know if that's something I'd say on camera, bro.
So for a birthday present, what do you hope happens? You know, you wake up tomorrow morning.
I hope that I see the obituary that we're all waiting for tomorrow. That's what I hope for.
You wishing that President Trump is dead?
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We need to get ourselves together, and we might even need to be a little bit meaner.
And by mean, what do you mean? Do you mean protesting? Do you mean...
Maybe we have to, I don't know, stop being so nice.
Recently, with Charlie Kirk being assassinated,
He's a piece of garbage. Of course we were mean. I am so tired of people saying, oh, but, you know, it's a terrible thing. No! Hitler is dead. I'm glad Hitler's dead. Evil people have no place in my world. He was a hateful human being.
So apparently Charlie Kirk was Hitler, according to this woman. According to that other woman a couple clips ago, we've got she's out there willing to kill Nazis, accusing everyone on the right of being Nazis. This is the violence that led to Charlie Kirk's murder. That's right. This is what we're seeing. This is absolute violence. But it doesn't end there. It keeps going. Check this shit out.
It was disgusting, the things that he said and did.
Hey!
A woman pretending, you know, mimicking. Teaching kids to kill Trump, to kill our president. That's what this is. It's glorifying violence towards our president and indoctrinating kids to believe that that is okay. They're making a game out of it. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We've got a Cheeto guillotine because, you know, Trump's a Cheeto.
Or Luigi Mangione?
Guillotine.
That would be so beautiful.
Guillotine.
Can we get a little waterboarding first?
Yeah. we want
Mess up the hair.
We want to watch it just go chop and then the blood to go spurt and the head to fall and roll.
Oh.
That's disgusting. This is no kings. You telling me that's not that? You telling me that's peaceful? They're fantasizing about decapitating our president and watching his head roll with blood just spurting out everywhere. That's what they're fantasizing about. That's pretty freaking disgusting and insanely violent. Insanely violent. I swear, if you align yourself with these people by supporting Democrats, you're just as evil as these people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Guillotine or waterboard?
Guillotine.
Do we shave his head first?
No, I want to see the hair roll.
Oh, really? Yeah. All right, who else could we throw up there? Stephen Miller?
Of course. Vance, his wife, Melania, Barron, all the fucking kids.
Guillotine them all, baby.
All the kids, You see, we've got this Democrat candidate in Virginia who was just exposed as calling for the murder of his political opponents, including his children. He wants his children dead. And here we've got just these regular Joe Democrats. This is the freaking mainstream. This is the mainstream. This isn't some radical fringe left. This is the base of the left, the base of the Democrat Party. They're calling for the murder of their opponent's children. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
Gigi and the kids for sure. Mitch McConnell too. All the kids. All the kids. Ivanka first.
Ivanka first. You can't tell me that this No Kings protest wasn't violent when we've got assholes like this out here dressing up as Charlie Kirk being murdered. Yeah, they think this shit's funny. That's what they think. They think this shit's funny. This shit was extremely violent. No one can prove otherwise. There is far too much evidence to support that it is probably one of the most violent protests we've ever seen in our country. It's disgusting. Now, I remember a time whenever Joe Biden had an average Joe, a regular American, executed by the FBI for wishing that he was dead, for wishing that Biden was dead. Yes, Joe Biden had this man executed. Don't believe me? Let's go ahead and review that clip. Let's see if I know I've got it up here. Let me make sure I've got it in the queue. I want to say, is it this one? Maybe. Let me see.
The Federal Bureau of Investigation has launched a review into the deadly shooting of a Utah man during an FBI raid on his home on Wednesday. Agents were attempting to serve arrest and search warrants on 75-year-old Craig Robertson after they say he made credible threats to kill President Biden and other Democratic public officials. The
man was 76 years old and crippled. He was wheelchair bound and relied on a cane, was barely mobile. The man could barely move. He was not a credible threat, as they want to claim. He just merely posted some things wishing that Biden was dead. Do I condone him posting that? No, I don't condone him posting that. But I remember a time whenever Biden had this man executed for doing so. But meanwhile, the left is out here calling for Donald Trump to be murdered, his entire family to be murdered. And they're claiming that he's an evil fascist dictator. The mere fact that they were allowed to hold their protest and say the vile things that they were saying and behave in the vile manner that they were behaving proves 100% he's not a fascist dictator. Because if he was truly a fascist dictator, then all of them would have been arrested or executed the way Biden had his political opposition executed. Let's continue
deadly
listening.
incident unfolding just hours before President Biden landed in Utah for an event.
The tipping point to me was President Biden was coming. He was going to be in close proximity, and this individual looked like he was on a planning path to carry out the attack.
A federal complaint full of screenshots details the dozens of threats Robertson allegedly posted on social media, one of them just 4 days ago. Quote, I hear Biden is coming to Utah, digging out my old ghillie suit and cleaning the dust off the M24 sniper rifle. We're glad that...
Now, to be clear, the FBI knew about this man. Now you see that post, and yes, the mainstream media was all about throwing that up there. See, this is justified. No, okay. The FBI knew about this man for a freaking year. They had been following him for a year. They knew that everything he was posting was empty. He did not have the means to be able to carry any of this shit out. He was disabled, severely disabled. Obese, overweight, could barely walk, had to maneuver around in a wheelchair or with a cane at a very, very reduced pace. There's no way this man could have positioned himself in any manner to be able to have done anything to Biden. They knew this. Still, they chose to raid his home at 6 a.m., knowing that he was armed and did keep a handgun close by because he felt threatened. They knew this about him, so what did they do? They surprised him at 6 a.m., hoping that he would go for that gun, so that way they would have the excuse to execute him, such as they did. And then they left this man laying on the pavement for hours. For hours after doing so.
Nobody in law enforcement was hurt. This is really not about just the rhetoric. It's about the actions that that can sometimes go with that rhetoric.
No, it was 100% about the rhetoric and you being upset about the opposition. That's exactly what it was all about there. Completely despicable, completely despicable. So I remember whenever Biden was having people executed that didn't agree with him. However, the left claims that Trump is the evil dictator, fascist, and all that stuff. Meanwhile, they're out there doing anything and everything that they want to without suffering any consequences whatsoever. So don't tell me he's a fascist dictator. Show me some evidence, such as all of you being arrested and locked away and disappeared for disagreeing with him. I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen that. I'd like to see it. Yeah, that'd be great, because frankly, y'all are out there literally breaking the law. And so y'all do deserve that. But okay, back to this No Kings thing. We've got Ed Krasenstein here, this douchebag, sitting here saying Fox News really thinks that 7 million No Kings protesters were paid $500 per day each to protest against Trump. So in this clip, we're going to review it, but first I want to address this 7 million claim, okay? We're hearing on the left, oh, there was 7 million people at this No Kings thing, but then we're hearing people on the right saying there was maybe like 600,000. Well, the reality is that neither one of those figures are correct. It's somewhere in between. I mean, we do got to remember there were 75 million people that did vote for Kamala Harris. Still more Trump voters, but yeah, there were 75 million. So is it really, would it be surprising to find out that there was only 7 million out of those 75 million? No, it wouldn't be surprising, but the reality is that's not what it was. It was closer to maybe like 2 million. I'll be generous and say 3.5. I'll split the difference. We'll go that route. But that still begs the question. What happened to the other 70 plus million voters? What happened? Seems to me like the big news story here is that the left has lost significant support, because if it was really a unified front, then all of them would have been out there, but they weren't. It was just a small percentage of the people that did vote. The rest, I'm assuming, are coming to grips with reality and realizing that they were backing a horrible candidate. But let's listen to this clip that he's claiming this woman is saying that 7 million No Kings protesters were paid $500 per day. Let's listen to what he's claiming is being said here. Let's see if she really says that. Here we go.
You've got to get permits. You've got to get police out there. You've got to get the signs. You've got to get the messaging out. To have millions of people out there, that is not a cheap endeavor. And I will also say that there is a company called Crowds on Demand that has a CEO, and you can pay them to go out and protest for you. You know, up to $500 a day you can make as a paid protester. This is the reality that we're in. So the question mark is, where did the money come from? You've got to get permits.
Interesting. So what is she pointing out? She's pointing out that this was an expensive endeavor in order to be able to organize this protest. Are we claiming that it wasn't? Because it definitely was. And yes, we have lists of different billionaires that were contributing to this to help fund the thing. Yes, absolutely. Secondly, she's saying that there are organizations that allow you to hire crowds, mobs, if you will, on demand. Yes, there are. There absolutely are. That's not claiming that every single one of these people out there protesting was a paid protester, but to pretend like none of them were? I mean, come on. It's a business model. It's hysterical. We've seen a lot of these protests where, like, the second that the clock strikes 12, they quit. because they were only being paid until 12 o'clock. We've seen this shit. So to pretend like they were all paid protesters, no. To pretend like none of them were paid protesters, that's just as absurd. That's just as absurd. All right. The reality is that I'm sorry, but your movement isn't as grassroots and organic as y'all like to pretend it is. It isn't. But anyways, we had this whole protest thing going, and you know, I said it at the time. He should have. I thought it would have been great. Donald Trump could have put an end to this protest immediately simply by posting one simple thing. All he had to post was to say, finally, for once, I'm so thrilled that the left is agreeing with me. We don't need to have any kings in America. No king should ever exist in America. That's why we don't have kings. We only have presidents. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Signed, President for Life, Donald Trump. That would have been brilliant. The left would have abandoned this No Kings protest because they wouldn't want to be seen as agreeing with Donald Trump, as he would have claimed. And he also would have trolled the hell out of him. It would have been great. He should have done that, but he didn't. Instead, what he chose to do was he chose to post a meme, which was freaking hysterical. So let me go ahead and pull that up here real quick. This meme was, here it is. Let me get this thing going. Break it up here. Pull it back over. Here we go. Okay. Get it on the big screen here. Let's get this thing going. This is just too good. It's just too good. So here it is. Donald Trump posted this over on his Truth Social. Now, the music is muted, and we'll get to that momentarily as to why. But here you go. Donald Trump did this AI video of him flying something that's a jet that says King Trump. He's wearing a crown, just dumping feces all over these protesters, hitting sissy boy Harry Sisson first. Hysterical. Absolutely hysterical. It was great. Childish? Yes, I'll agree. Childish. I mean, are we really surprised? Trump does this kind of thing. He is epic in his trolling. He is. And that's what he did here. It's great. It's going crazy. Now, the music that was playing over top of this video was Danger Zone, as performed by Kenny Loggins from the old Top Gun movie. That's why did he choose the music? Because he's flying a jet, a fighter jet, just like in Top Gun. That's why. Get it? Okay, funny. But that's whenever you started having this rumor going around that Kenny Loggins was not happy about this, and he was looking to sue Donald Trump, is what they were claiming. They were claiming that he was suing Donald Trump. Let's pull that up here so that way everyone can see it. Right here, Kenny Loggins took legal action against Donald Trump, demanding $500 million in copyright lawsuit after his song Danger Zone was used without permission in an AI video mocking anti-Trump demonstrators during the No Kings Day March. Okay. This story went viral. It went absolutely insanely viral. It was put out by USA Media. Now, the first indicator that this is a fraudulent story should have been with how many ads were popping up in between everything. All right. But yeah, it's put out there. Kenny Loggins takes legal action. Okay, that's what they claimed. Except that's not true. That's not true at all. Why? Because Kenny Loggins doesn't own the rights to Danger Zone. That's right. Doesn't own them. He didn't write the damn song. He just performed it. It was composed by Giorgio Moroder, who I don't know who these people are. Written by Tom Whitlock. That's right. Loggins was just the performer. That was it. He also sold all of his rights to his music He did that years ago. All right. He sold them to Primary Wave Music Publishing in 2018, which now controls the publishing rights. So, no. Sorry. I'm sorry. No. Kenny Loggins is not suing Trump. But yeah, that's the problem with the internet that can be really frustrating, is that these people will post a blatant lie, and the lie will make its way around the world 20 times before the fact checks make their way out. And the fact checks never make the same laps because people are too embarrassed to admit that they were duped. But yeah, here we are having to fact check it once again. But the video was great. Loved it. And Harry wasn't too happy about it. Harry was outright furious about it. He was outright furious about a lot of different things. And but frankly, I loved it. In fact, my favorite thing right now is the trend of all of these AI videos just dropping feces all over Harry. I'm loving every minute of it. It is absolutely hysterical to me. Here we got a bald eagle just shitting all over Harry's head while people are laughing at him in the background. And of course, he's trying to eat it. Because we know that's Harry, right? This one was great. Here he is. This is him on Don Lemon's show. And we'll see if we can get this video running here. Come on. Get it running. Let's see it. This one was phenomenal. Oh, come on. All right, doesn't look like the clip wants to work, but the clip's awesome. He's back and forth talking to Don, and then suddenly Trump comes up behind him and just dumps a bucket of feces all over his head. Hysterical. I loved it. I freaking loved it. So freaking funny. Well, Harry was pretty mad about it. He put this video out. Let's go ahead and listen to him losing his mind.
Donald Trump attacked me on social media last night. That's right. He posted this really gross AI video where I'm included, and you just have to see for yourself to believe it's real. Take a look.
Now, I got to mute this because otherwise I get copyright stricken. So let me go ahead and hit the mute button on this because I don't want to get in trouble. Here we go. Hit the mute. All right. So that should be muted now. We can go ahead and continue. Let's go ahead and continue. Look at Harry's face. Oh, he's so disappointed. He can't believe it. What is this? Why would he do that? Why would he attack me? Why? Why would he attack me? Boo-hoo-hoo. Boo-hoo-hoo.
I saw that video. I responded to it by saying, that plane wouldn't have made it off the ground with your fat ass in the pilot's seat. And I stand by that. I mean, look, if this doesn't prove to you that Donald Trump is a
Sorry, Harry, but no, that wasn't funny.
AI videos of himself in a crown dropping feces on the American people in the middle of the night. What I just described to you is somebody who is mentally unwell. It's just what it is. 7 million Americans, including myself, just got out there and protested against Donald Trump, and his administration's response is a shitty AI video. Yeah, I think the Democrats are doing pretty good. There's so much more I can say about this. I made a long...
I mean, you say it's a shitty AI video, but, I mean, I guess literally, yeah, it's shitty because, I mean, it's got shit all over your freaking head. It's great. But if you're saying quality-wise, I mean, the thing, once again, looped around the world multiple times, turning you into a global laughingstock. So I think it's a pretty successful video in that sense, especially to the point that it ended up spawning all these copycats of you weird leftists. Oh, you did that. Oh, we're gonna get you back. And you started generating. I'm sorry, you don't get any points for originality. In fact, you look pathetic trying to copycat him. Now, as for people on the right that were making copycat videos of dumping shit on your head, that was funny. That wasn't them copying Trump. That was prolonging Trump's joke. Hysterical. So great. I hope they keep going for all the time. Fucking phenomenal. But all you leftists trying to copycat and put it back, no, stupid. Pathetic. Pathetic even. But you're out here throwing a fit and you're acting like, oh, but why? But why? And that's not the only thing you bitched and moaned about. You went a little further here. Let's see what else you're bitching and moaning about. Here we go. Your next video you put out. Let's go ahead and get this up here so that way we can see this one. Oh, Harry. Such a freaking
In the past
loser.
week, Donald Trump has attacked me on social media, posting an AI video on Truth Social of him flying a jet, dropping feces on me specifically, and millions of other Americans protesting. JD.
So you want to sit there and act like, oh, on me, and then the middle. So you say you're thinking people are going to be upset about them being dumped on you. No. Everyone loves that. But you also know that no one's actually going to be upset about feces being dropped on you. So you want to say, oh, on millions of other Americans. No. He didn't. It was a bunch of dumbass protesters. That's it. A bunch of protesters that are protesting based on a lie. So, I mean, to each their own, whatever. Go ahead, continue, sissy boy.
JD Vance then got involved and joined with the president to attack me as well on social media. And earlier in the week, MAGA Republicans got Deport Harry Sisson trending on Twitter. It was the #1 thing on the platform with like 30 to 40,000 posts from different accounts. And so...
Sound like a bit of a crybaby there, Harry. Kind of a crybaby. Definitely a crybaby. Definitely. But see, now you're going to turn around and try to twist it. Yeah, see, I'm going to win this. And you say some bullshit right here. Let's listen. Let's listen to the bullshit. And then I'm going to go ahead and make you look stupid.
They are terrified of us. That's the takeaway here.
Nope.
This is not just about me. This is about me, you, and everyone around you who is sticking up for democracy and pushing back on this administration. They are terrified of us. They see the No Kings protests. They see more and more Americans fed up with what Donald Trump is doing, and they simply can't handle it. They can't reverse course or change policy to have their approval ratings go up. They have to go on the offense and attack us instead. And that's a losing strategy. And so I welcome the attacks from Donald Trump and JD Vance and MAGA wanting to deport me. It only empowers me. It empowers people at home. And I'm ready to beat them in the elections in 2026 and 2028 and beyond.
And you won't be beating us. So, but anyways, let's go ahead and pick your shit apart real quick. You say that, oh, we're scared. We're scared. That we're afraid of you. That what you're doing is it's scary. No. Like I said, regardless how many people you gather together, it was just a small fraction. So that begs the question as to what happened to all the other Kamala Harris supporters. I guess they stopped supporting the left because that was nothing. That was nothing in comparison to how many votes she had. So what happened to all of them? I guess they abandoned her. They abandoned your cause. Second, like I've already said before, regardless how many you get together, there's still more of us than there are of you. How do we know this? Because Donald Trump won the popular vote. That's right. The popular vote. There's still more of us than there are of you. Period. We're not afraid of you, Harry. We're not. But you want to sit there and say, oh, so they're going on the offensive and that's a losing strategy. Y'all been on the offensive for years now. And you're still on the offensive. So if it's a losing strategy, then why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? We're just slapping you with what you got, what you guys are dishing out. But see, that's the other thing is that you want to sit here and whine and cry, oh, they attacked me. Why are they attacking me? Stop attacking me. Meanwhile, you've spent years yourself, Harry, attacking Trump 50 times a day, every single day, for years, for freaking years. Oh, he noticed me attacking him and he attacked back. I've been hitting him every single day and he hit me. And when he hit me a hell of a lot harder. That's right. He whops a hell of a punch, Harry. You brought it upon yourself. No one's scared of you, but we all know what a freaking clown you are. And Trump just made you an even bigger clown. Hysterical. Hysterical. But okay, let's see what else we got here. So he was talking about Republicans got deport Harry Sisson trending. Yes. See, so Harry was actually born in Singapore. Okay, he was not born in America. He does hold dual citizenship between Ireland and America. Okay, but he was born in Singapore. Someone pointed that out on X, and so, suggesting, hey, let's go ahead and deport Harry. He doesn't want to renounce his dual citizenship. He's retaining that dual citizenship, and he's obviously a propagandist who hates America, pretends like he loves it, but he hates it because he promotes communist ideology. So why don't we go ahead and protect America by deporting people like Harry out of America? A little bit of a troll, kind of funny. And at first, Harry's posting, laughing my ass off. Why is deport Harry Sisson trending? You guys know I'm an American citizen by birth, right? The MAGA weirdos are not very bright. So he posts this, sharing it when it's trending at 23, and he's kind of like mocking it and acting like, oh, big deal. This is whatever. It's not really bothering him, except it kind of was. But then when it got to number 1, oh, now he's freaking out. So deport Harry Sisson is now trending number 1 on this app. I'm an American citizen by birth. I'm also more American than any of these MAGA freaks who support the traitorous felon in the Oval Office. He turns into a whiny crybaby. He's a freaking whiny crybaby. That's what he is. He's suddenly, now it hurts. Well, tough shit. And then he sits there and says that, oh, J.D. Vance attacked him too. Let's go ahead and see what that attack was. Harry turns around and he's trying to attack Trump again. Can a reporter please ask Trump why he posted an AI video of himself dropping poop on me from a fighter jet? That would be great, thanks. See, this is whenever he was originally just upset about the feces being on him, but he realized nobody gave a shit and everyone was mocking him for it. So that's when he started adding, and the American people, trying to pretend like it was all the American people. No, AI images of a bunch of left-wing radical protesters, a bunch of communists. That's what they are, okay? They're not truly Americans. I'm sorry. I just don't see them as Americans, not when you hate America. Sorry. Whenever you openly want our president dead, I'm sorry. No, you don't deserve to have that status as an American, not in my opinion. I'm just saying, as former service member. No, I didn't serve in order to protect people that want the president dead. Sorry, it's not the way it works. Okay, but J.D. Vance responded to his request, to Harry's request to ask Trump a question. J.D. Vance simply said, I'll ask him for you, Harry. And Harry claims that's a freaking attack. How is that an attack? That's J.D. Vance saying he's going to do you a favor. He's going to go ahead and ask you for him. That way you ain't got to worry about the reporters. He'll just go ahead and fight. And you won't claim that's an attack. He's such a little sissy boy. But no, okay. So then he goes on Piers Morgan's show. And when he goes on Piers Morgan's show, he decides he's going to start picking in these little segments of the show to share, to act like he was owning the conservatives on the platform left and right. I'm going to show you how many times he posted about this. We get down here, you see how many times he posted. He's putting all these videos out. Okay, it's been a few days, but he's putting all these videos out, these little snippets, trying to make himself seem like he's the man and he owned people. Well, we're going to review some of this. He's got this one where he claims that he asked a question of the Republicans and they were silent, is what he was stating in one of his videos. Watch me dismantle the MAGA narrative over being called Nazis or being likened to Hitler on Piers Morgan's show today. Call them out. And in this thing, he asks, y'all claim that the left's calling all these people on the right Nazis, all right? That people on the left are calling Trump Nazis and Hitler. Show me one prominent Democrat, one prominent Democrat that's done that. And sure enough, he does. But let's go ahead and get a look at some of the highlights of this episode. Pretty great, in my opinion. Go ahead and take it, Pierce.
Well, Harry, you're the man of the moment, the man of the memes. Just be honest with me here. When you first saw that meme involving excrement being deposited on you, did you laugh?
No, I don't think the...
Did you laugh? Did you? I mean, I know I did. You know, hit the like button if that shit made you laugh. I want to hear from y'all in the comments. Drop your comments. Where were you when you saw shit drop on Harry's head? And how hard did you laugh? That's what I want to know. Let me know in those comments. Keep going. Let's hear it.
President behaving in this way is funny. I think we have to hold our leaders to a higher standard. That's something that you typically see in my Twitter comments from like some MAGA boomer who spends their time making AI videos all day. It's not something. Some MAGA boomer who sits at home making AI videos all day, every day. I'm sorry. You're going to be pretty hard pressed to find boomers that know how to use AI. I'm just saying. Clearly, I don't think you realize, you know what a boomer is. I don't think you do. But then again, I know you dumbasses like you seem to think anybody that's slightly older than you is a boomer. But let's go ahead and keep listening. Really hope to see from the President of the United States. But alas, we are here. This is the guy leading our country. He's not serious. I love that Harry put the freaking video, or not Harry, Pierce put the video up right next to Harry. Freaking priceless. I love it. Keep going. And I don't actually think he cares about anybody but himself. And I think he's more interested in social media beef with a 23-year-old as the vice president. Boom! Boom! I love it. Oh. Yes. 1,000,000 likes for that one. Make sure you hit those like buttons for that. You got to hit the like buttons for that. It's just too good. And he is in leading the country. So, okay. He's saying, oh, he thinks the president shouldn't be doing it. It's Donald Trump. That's what he does. But then, Pierce nails him down a little bit here. Okay? He asks him this question. A pretty solid question. And listen to the way that Harry responds.
Your side have done endless, incredibly mocking, humiliating memes about Trump. I mean, you'd accept that. Like what?
He's seriously going to sit there and pretend like this shit don't happen coming from the left all the damn time. Like this shit don't come from him all the time. He's seriously going to pretend. Trying to keep a straight face. Like what? He really thinks that no one's going to pull some shit up.
Oh, I mean, I could get literally 1,000 if you gave me half an hour to find them. I mean, it's not a secret.
Can you give me a couple examples from like high-ranking left?
Well,
see, and that's the thing. He knows that he can't defend the left, so then he turns around and says, okay, well how about high-ranking Democrats? He wants to move that goalpost. That's what he wants to do. He wants to move that goalpost so that way he can try to win. So, but let's keep listening.
It's not a secret that the left do memes about Trump, right?
Can you give me some examples from high-ranking Democrats that are similar to this?
Well, okay. Let me flip the question around. Are you saying there have never been any mocking memes of Trump by anybody on the left in America?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
See, because you can't. And yes, we do have examples of high-ranking Democrats, but you knew damn well that he would not have examples that he could pull up right there on the spot because he wasn't planning on you to deny such a well-known truth. He wasn't anticipating that. But, you know, that's Pierce's problem. You know, he underestimated the sleaziness of radical leftists, left-wing propagandists like you. That's the way you act. You always want to ask someone to present evidence of something that you know is true simply because you know the person most likely doesn't have access to that easily. But that's okay. You got a panel of people. It backfires on you, Harry. It backfires.
Like high-level prominent Democrats who might be in a similar position.
Okay,
to Trump,
well, Gavin Newsom has done a lot of memes on Trump.
Boom! Gavin Newsom. Tell me that shit ain't true. Gavin Newsom's doing it all the time. Oh, but see, he tried to lay that qualifier there. Same position as Trump. So, since Gavin Newsom isn't the president, well, I'm sorry, but Gavin Newsom wants to be president. And effectively, he kind of is the president because, let's face it, California isn't really a part of America anymore. It's its own little nation. It completely defies the federal governance, and that's why Trump has to keep bringing it to heel. That's what he has to keep doing. But Gavin's acting like he's his own president of his own country over there. That's what he's doing. And sure enough, he's posting this type of shit. He is. He absolutely is. But let's continue this.
Do you distance yourself from those?
Has he done an AI video of dropping feces on the American people?
Well, that's the question.
I mean, he did put out an AI video of dropping feces on Trump, but then he changed that video so that way it was then dropping, papers instead that said, I forget what the paper said, but he changed the video, but it originally was posted with feces.
Of taste, but he does mocking memes of him, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely he does. And you can't deny that, Harry. But it didn't end there. It didn't end there. It got better. It got better. Okay, this is what we saw. We got, what's her name? I want to say Annabelle, I think is her name. She's the new girl over there on the Daily Wire. I've only caught like a portion of one of her shows. I haven't really seen her show yet. But from what I'm seeing of her in this interaction, I think she's pretty solid. But she calls Harry out hard. Take it away.
Harry, you asked for specific examples of memes that are raising the political temperature to incite violence against right-wingers in this country. You yourself posted in June of last summer showing Charlie Kirk with a Ku Klux Klan hood photoshopped over him, calling him a racist and saying, Charlie, just put the hood on already. That video was later archived.
That's not true.
And so now he's going to sit here and claim that shit ain't true. That's what he's going to claim. But I mean, she calls him out on that too, but he's going to sit here and claim that shit's not true. Why is he going to claim it's not true? Because he knows that shit's been scrubbed from the internet. He knows it's been scrubbed from the internet. But anybody who's been paying attention to Harry for the past few years, they know that whenever Harry posts something on X, he does a long drawn out video over on Twitter or on TikTok. And then he tries to do an even longer thing occasionally on YouTube. Not all the time, but occasionally. So if you see something that's still on X, know damn sure that there was something on TikTok. And we'll pull that up. But let's go ahead and continue. She describes it, quotes him. Freaking great.
According to a very basic Google search, Harry, in June of last year, you posted a video.
I encourage people to do it.
Charlie Kirk is out here preaching unity while pushing every racist trope in the book. Just put the Klan hood on, Charlie. It would be more honest. You obviously were delivering that in a sarcastic tone, but you showed an edit overlaying a Ku Klux Klan hood on Charlie's head for dramatic effect. That video was later archived or removed after it had almost 2 million views on TikTok alone.
2 million views it had. Yeah, that's the kind of shit that Harry puts out there, and here's an example. This is the X tweet that's still up where he's saying Charlie Kirk is a sick, racist piece of trash. Just put the Klan hood on already, Charlie. And then right after he posted this shit, he ran over to TikTok and he made that TikTok video, posted it, got 2 million views, got a shitload of backlash on it, and then took it down. That's what he did. That's what he did. Can't claim otherwise. We know damn well you did that, Harry. We know damn well you did. All right? But it got better. It got better. Harry decided that he was going to try to push back on this claim that the left is consistently calling the right Nazis, which we just watched video footage of them doing. He claims that, oh, well, that's not true. That's not true. Okay. Name me a high-ranking Democrat that does that. Once again, trying to move that goalpost. It don't go as planned. Take it away.
I don't think anybody in this debate can name me a high-ranking elected Democrat who has called Donald Trump Hitler.
I'd be
Well,
happy to answer the question about whether or not a high-ranking Democrat has used this rhetoric. Who is Kamala Harris?
I know. I want you to answer all the questions. I want you to answer all the questions
for you. Who is Kamala Harris?
Wait. Answer all the questions I just gave you. And can you name me when Kamala Harris said that Donald Trump is Hitler? When did Kamala Harris? Great.
Was Kamala Harris last year a high-ranking Democrat when she was
When
the
did
party
Kamala
nominee?
Harris call Donald Trump Hitler?
October
Last
of
October.
2024, Kamala Harris said on the campaign trail, Donald Trump vowed to be a dictator on day one. His former chief of staff said he wanted generals like Hitler's. Donald Trump openly admires.
Look at Harry's dumbfounded face. He starts making these ridiculous facial expressions as everyone on this panel just continuously lays example after example on him, and it is freaking hysterical. He gets so frustrated and flabbergasted that he effectively concedes here, but let's go ahead and keep watching because it just gets funnier.
Dictators, including Adolf Hitler. Last October, that was said on the campaign trail from the Democrat
Kamala Harris said this during the campaign, during the closing days of the campaign. It was her final campaign.
Compared him to Hitler.
Is that high enough ranking for you? You guys, you supported
That's
her for
high
president.
ranking. Very high ranking.
Exactly, because there have been
So
reports
the
that
person that
Donald
you
Trump
supported
had...
for president is someone...
just relax.
Wait. Let me defend Kamala Harris calling Trump Hitler after I claimed that no high-ranking Democrat ever called Donald Trump Hitler. Let me go ahead and defend calling him Hitler.
By calling Trump Hitler.
Jack,
You're so disingenuous when you bring this stuff up. You can't even acknowledge the fact that your own candidate was on the campaign. She got a video
Guys, relax. Stop, guys.
It's on her Facebook, or it's on her
Let me
Twitter
offer
page.
one. Let me offer one.
Yes, Pierce, please offer us one. Please offer us one, Pierce.
Here, which is Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton literally compared Trump's rally in Ohio last week to Nazi leader
Just
Adolf
last
Hitler's
week.
speeches. Speaking of the
Wait, let
Texas
me just
Tribune
work-
Festival in
everybody-
Austin, she made reference to Hitler's speeches, which saw people raise their right
Yeah.
arms
Yeah.
in the air in the Nazi salute.
Wait. Please stop proving me wrong. Please stop making me look like an idiot. Please.
I remember as a young student, trying to figure out how people basically got bought in by Hitler. She said,
Louise.
how did that happen? I'd watch newsreels and I'd see this guy standing there ranting and raving and so on. It happens all the time.
All the time.
Jasmine Crockett, who literally just weeks ago called Donald Trump a wannabe.
Jasmine Crockett, she's calling him Hitler all the damn time. Oh, but see, Harry's like, oh shit, I'm screwed. I got called out. As he's sitting here posting, call them out. But he cuts off those moments where he gets utterly just destroyed. And it's hysterical. He got dismantled so hard it was phenomenal. I encourage everyone to go over and watch this episode. It was phenomenal. So great to watch Harry and I don't know what the hell's going on with his lip, but he's got something going on right there. I don't know. I don't like to call out people's, blemishes and stuff like that because hell, I get blemishes, but that don't look too healthy, Harry. You might want to get that looked at. I'm just saying. Especially with all the sex scandals that we know you've gotten yourself caught up in. But now he wants to go ahead and shift topics. He wants to change the topic and deflect. That's what he wants. He can't defend his side anymore. So now he wants to deflect, and he wants to deflect to that chat that leaked, where you had a bunch of college kids just making jokes. Now, I've said this before in the past. I find it hysterical. I love it. I honestly love this in the sense that Generation Z is on track to be the most racist generation on the planet. And not in a mean, hateful way, but in an ironic way. Why? Because Gen Z is primarily being raised by Gen X. And us Gen Xers, we weren't offended by racist jokes. We all got along. Racism was effectively almost abolished in America until Obama came into office and stirred the flames again and got it all going strong again. However, us Gen Xers, we're sick and tired of this shit. We're telling everybody they need to grow some thick skin, get the hell over it, and stop being so offended over every little tiny thing. And that's how we've raised our kids. So now our kids, our Gen Z kids, are out here making these racist jokes, and they're doing them ironically, not spitefully. But this chat leaks, and the left seizes hold of it, and they want to try to show this as, see, the right is so racist from these jokes. But he wants to try to call Jack Posobiec out on it, and I'm sorry. Jack, he answered it the only way that really matters. It was brilliant. Take it away, Jack.
Jack, can you say that? Can you condemn the Young Republicans group chat where they pledged affinity for Hitler?
Hey, I don't really care about some group chat right now while you guys keep shooting up all of my friends.
Oh, no.
Boom, boom, boom. We don't give two shits about that stupid ass chat when your side is out here murdering us. That's right. We don't. We don't. You can get all upset about that chat all you want to, but while your side is still condoning and promoting violence, promoting the beheading of Donald Trump and his family and all the kids, are you kidding me? No, we don't give two shits about your stupid little group chat of a bunch of jokes. I'm sorry, we don't give two shits about it. We don't care about that at all. But okay, you go ahead and get upset. By the way, just to remind everybody, I do have an X space running right now, so if anybody wants to chime in and have anything to say, feel free to jump on over to the X space, hit the request to speak button. I'll get you on to join me. We can have a little chat. And if you haven't done so already, make sure that you hit those like and follow buttons. They really help me out. You know, one thing that Matt Walsh was talking about earlier this week, which I find really funny because, you know, my lady, she actually made, you know, was saying the same thing just a few weeks ago, that we do not actually have a monoculture anymore with the advent of the internet and the iPhone and all of these little magic display screens we have and the algorithm. There is no monoculture anymore. Everything is tailored specifically, strictly to us. So the reality is the ability to actually get noticed is much more difficult nowadays. Streams such as mine aren't just going to pop up in front of people at random all the time like it would have, say, 10, 15 years ago. Not anymore. No. Now, in order to be able to get discovered so that way more people engage, it really requires the use of that share button. You need to share it with your friends so that way they can see the stuff too, and we can all get in here and have a conversation. The name of the show is Talk About It. The idea is for all of us to get in here and talk about it. Today I'm just kind of ranting because I didn't really plan for anybody to join me this evening on screen. However, you're more than welcome to join me in the X space if you got something you want to add. But okay, from that point, Harry just... We're going to go back on over here to Harry. Let me go ahead and pull this back up. Okay. So, let me get back over to my feed here that I had. I want to remind everybody the type of person that Harry was. It was just a couple weeks ago that Harry was out here promoting this propaganda, alluding to the claim that some right-wing extremist had set fire to a former Democrat senator's home. He was promoting that lie. Came out just a day later that, no, it was an electrical fire. Total accident. Was not an attack at all. Story dropped. Did he apologize for alluding to the claim that it was a right-winger? No, he sure as hell didn't. He never apologizes for the propaganda he pushes. But right now, what he's really focused on is he's really, really focused on the White House and the renovation project that's happening over there right now. He's really upset, as well as the entire freaking left is upset about this. And why are they so upset about it? They're so upset because the government is still shut down. That's right. And the whole reason that it's still shut down is due to the Democrats. Chuck Schumer. That's right. Chuck Schumer holds the power. He likes to sit there and claim that, oh, it's Donald Trump who holds the key to reopening the government, and he's too focused on these renovations rather than to open the government. Well, no, all the power to reopen the government right now is in Chuck Schumer's hands. All Chuck Schumer has to do is just merely tell his Democrat senators to go ahead and vote to reopen the government. Every single Republican is voting in favor of reopening the government. Every single one of them. Democrats, on the other hand, not so much. Not so much. We do have one Democrat that is voting to reopen it, and that's going to be John Fetterman, and we'll get into that. But first, take a look at this outrage over the demolition. So we got this, Chuck Schumer's posting this out here saying, this is the picture Donald Trump doesn't want America to see. But then we have 0 Hour posting that the White House is the one that actually posted this picture. So if the White House posted this picture, then how is it that Donald Trump doesn't want anyone to see this? Doesn't make a lot of sense, Chuck. Doesn't make a lot of sense. But then we got Joy Reid completely losing her mind over it. And she's out here spreading lies once again. Let's go ahead and listen to these lies that she's saying. Let's go ahead.
We have all of that money. We have available money to do all those kinds of things, but not for your health care. We had the money to make the tax cuts for billionaires permanent, so they get them forever. We had that money, and we have the money to do this to your White House, but no money for you. No money for food stamps. People are going to run out of food stamps. Those are not going to be renewed. That's going to create a crisis of hunger across this country. We have no money for that. No money for food stamps. No money to pay federal workers. We're going to fire and lay off federal workers. No money to pay the TSA agents keeping you safe or the air traffic controllers to make sure your planes don't crash. No money for that. But we have money for this? Make it make sense. Is that how you want your money used? Is this what you voted for? Because if this is making America great again, we need to stop making America great again because I'm exhausted. Morally and physically and mentally exhausted.
So her claim is that we have money to renovate the White House, but we don't have money to pay out SNAP benefits. We don't have money to pay our federal employees and all that shit. And, you know, on the surface, that sounds really good if you don't know anything and you're a total freaking moron. Yeah, it sounds very logical, you know, a logical question. How can we have money to do this but not that? She's completely intentionally suppressing the fact that the White House renovations are being completely paid for by private donors. It's not being paid by tax dollars at all. Not at all. Not one single penny. As for SNAP benefits, as for federal employees getting their pay and all that stuff, everything that is funded by the federal government, that's all on Chuck Schumer once again. Chuck Schumer's the one that's holding up those payments. Chuck Schumer's the one that's trying to force people to starve. So that way he can sit there and continue to try to blame Trump when people's bellies are aching. He can try to convince them that it's Trump's fault because he knows that you left-wing propagandists and all those left-wing outlets are going to continue to push that lie that it's Donald Trump. But you're losing that argument because the American people know that it's Chuck Schumer. This is also why you're desperately trying to deflect attention to this White House because you're losing everywhere else. No one wants to give health care to illegal aliens. Joy, sorry. That's just the truth of the matter. No one wants to do it. Well, I shouldn't say no one because we did just have a shitload of people out there protesting this past weekend saying they want illegal aliens to get our money, but the majority of Americans don't. Maybe that's one reason why you only had a fraction of the Kamala supporters out there protesting in unison. Just a small, little, tiny fraction, while the vast majority of them stayed home. Maybe it's because the majority of them don't agree with giving health care to illegal aliens as well. You ever think about that? Well, then we got ladies in the view. We got Whoopi Goldberg here. She's sitting here claiming that, oh, don't be fooled. It's going to be us paying for it.
Mike, I just want to point out that none of those things were done without permission. Everybody knew it was happening. This, nobody knew when it was happening. Nobody knows how it's happening. You say that it's being paid for by other people, but you know it's always going to come down to the people. The people are always going to end up paying something. So I don't understand why you don't get that people are saying, wait a minute, nobody asked for, I don't remember asking for a ballroom.
Right. And also to say that Obama put in a basketball court is like saying, oh, should we do bath fit?
Mike, I just want.
So okay, I'm happy that Joy Behar brought that up. You know, Whoopi Goldberg wants to sit here and say, we didn't ask for a ballroom. Well, we didn't ask for no freaking basketball court either. Any of y'all ever get to play on that basketball court? I sure as hell haven't gotten to play on that basketball court. What the hell? None of us asked for that shit. Obama put it in. Y'all praised that shit. You sure did. Then we got the Morning Joe tards over here. Let's go ahead and listen to what they're saying. Let's
but
yeah,
this
far different.
is
Yeah,
painful. I mean, this is historic structure.
It's history being torn to shreds. And again, is everybody? I mean, so if somebody wants to go into the White House, the next person wants to just knock down all the walls and turn it into a disco. Congress can't do anything. I mean, seriously, yeah, you're destroying like one of the most historic structures on the planet.
Yeah, and the cost.
And are we saying that whoever we elect president has the right to destroy? Like what? Just tear things up, tear it to the ground, turn it into something else? Kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't think it's not your home that you purchased in Jersey.
No, it's not yours. You rent it from the American people for 4 years.
Let's get to our top story.
So, you say that just because you're elected president doesn't mean you get to just come in here and tear it down, or is that what we're saying? We're saying that if you're elected president, you get to come in and tear it down? Well, I don't think that you had the same reaction when Obama did it.
Sounds like you're building another wing to the White House, but we appreciate you keeping your focus.
I can't even imagine, TJ. It's going to happen for the next 2 years. All of the banging, the jackhammering, the dust, the confusion, the noise of all places to do construction is happening right here, the front lawn of the White House. It's a 4-year renovation project.
4-year renovation project.
$376 million.
Wow, $376 million.
Building another wing to the White House.
Wow. Weren't very upset about that now, were you? Weren't very upset about that at all. No. But no, y'all want to have that attention over here on the White House renovations for Donald Trump and some other donors are investing their own money to build a beautiful ballroom that will be there forever for future presidents, Republicans and Democrats alike, to host glorious events that, are on the world stage. That's right. Why do these other nations get to have these glamorous places, but we don't get to? Why not? I mean, we're the leaders of the world, right? We should have them. And Donald Trump is giving that to us. Thank you, Donald Trump, for your generous gift. I'm very grateful for that gift. I think it's phenomenal. But see, the whole reason that the left is so pissed off and upset about this is because they know that that ballroom will forever be attributed to Donald Trump. They know that that ballroom will sit there attached to the White House for over 100 years, if not longer, which further cements Donald Trump's name in history. And see, the left, they want Donald Trump's name erased from history. That's why I saw someone posting that, she'll vote for whichever candidate promises to demolish his ballroom on day one, as well as any library that gets built or anything like that. They want him erased from history. I'm sorry. It's too late for that. Donald Trump has done too many historic things. There are too many historic events that have occurred with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is cemented in history forever. He is the most consequential president of all of our lifetimes, merely because of his Supreme Court picks alone that got the overruling of Roe v. Wade done. You expect history just to forget that? I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. And these Supreme Court justices are going to be sitting on the court for years to come. That's Donald Trump's legacy right there. I'm sorry. He's cemented in history forever. He will never be forgotten. He will be taught about in history class the same way every other consequential president has been taught about. So I'm sorry you're going to be mad about that, but you're just going to have to be mad. I don't really give a shit. Tough shit. But yeah, so they want that gone. They want everyone outraged about that, and they want to deflect away from all their woes that they've done wrong, and they want people to forget that the Democrats are the ones that actually have the government shut down. And so they want to deflect attention over to that White House issue. But fortunately, not all Democrats are voting to keep the White House shut down. We do have John Fetterman. He posted this. You know, he's been a huge surprise for me. He really has. And you know what? When I hear him speak, I still feel bad because he stutters and he fumbles over his words. Obviously, the brain injury isn't completely healed up yet. However, he's become quite based since getting elected. And Democrats aren't all that fond of him because he truly is very moderate. He is. And he posts here, I'm a Democrat. I voted yes. Our government should be open. Pay our military, federal workers, and Capitol Police. It shouldn't be controversial. But the New York Times headline, Democrats block federal worker pay bill as shutdown drags on. That's right. Democrats are still, they are finally, the left-wing media is finally attributing the blame to the left because that's where it belongs. They're truly the culprits on this. But then I ran across this headline, and I got to say, I'm not really surprised to see what I see here. It's quite interesting of what I'm seeing here. I'm going to share this with y'all. Y'all tell me in the comments if y'all think that this is surprising at all. But here it is. Let me pull it up here so that way we can all see it and enjoy this laugh together. Here we go. The DNC's biggest donor group? Those without jobs. That's right. Unemployed Democrat voters have contributed $12 million to the Democrat Party. $12 million from unemployed people. Now, when they're unemployed, where the hell do they get their money from? I'll give you a hint. Our tax dollars. That's right. They are taking our tax dollars that's being given to them in charity to help them get by because they refuse to work because they're lazy asses. They're taking our money. They're living off of us. They're taking our money and they're giving it to Democrats. Why? Because these people who are living off of our tax dollars want to give their money to the party that promises to give them more of our tax dollars in exchange for their vote. That's right. That's right. I don't know how this can't be seen as money laundering, for one. You're laundering tax dollars from our pockets to the Democrat Party. That's one. But then two, how is this not a vote purchasing scheme? Because that's exactly what the Democrats are doing. They're promising to give our tax dollars to them in exchange for their votes. I really think that this needs to be investigated a little bit more. Just interesting headline that I saw that I thought was hysterical. But okay, we'll move on a little bit here. We had this breaking news that happened a little bit earlier today. Donald Trump, he has ordered, or actually not Donald Trump, but Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump, I guess. They're ordering a fleet over to, South America or something like that. A strike fleet. Based on all of these drug cartels that are shipping drugs up to our nation and getting across our border. Now, we've already seen all the footage where Trump's been dropping bombs on some of these drug traffickers. But now he's sent a strike force. Well, the left is pretty furious about that. And now they're claiming that Donald Trump sees the military as his own personal strike force, and that he will try to kill Americans. Anybody that disagrees with him, let's listen to them rant about this shit real quick.
On Helene's point about the possibility here of war crimes. I mean, even the fact that there are officers who are having that conversation tells you about the 5-alarm fire that we are in, because the Trump administration claims they can lawfully kill people simply because they are suspected of drug trafficking like enemy troops instead of arresting them for prosecution. Does that match your understanding of the law?
No.
So I want to be very clear here. Whenever they are not in America, he can't arrest them. And a lot of them know this. That's why they don't actually come to America. But they still are trafficking the drugs and taking them to other ports, which then get trafficked and they get lost and then sneak their way into America. So we know where the shit's originating from, and we know where it's being trafficked out of. If we just cut them off at the pass, we don't have the authority to go over there and arrest them. But when they're in international waters, yeah, we can do that. We can do that. That's what he's doing. He's taking advantage of the opportunity that he has in order to keep America safe from the drugs that are being trafficked into our nation and killing American citizens. That's what he's doing. But let's listen to this douchebag on the screen here and what he has to say.
Not American law and not international treaties to which we are a signatory. Basically, the president, and I want to kind of foot stomp behind Paul here about a plan. The American president has said, I can point the U.S. military any place I want and kill anyone I want. That eventually is going to become a principle in the domestic use of the military.
Yes.
He is acclimating people to the notion that the military is his private army, unconstrained by law, unconstrained by norms, unconstrained by American traditions. And that, I don't really think this has anything to do with drugs. I mean, sometimes I wonder how far he's going to go to stop the release of the Epstein files and how many distractions he's going to throw at us. But this is about getting out from under his already dismal record, his record low approval ratings, his struggling with a scandal. And he is now saying, I am going to acclimate the American public to the use of military force anywhere I deem it appropriate under any circumstances. And I may well, the president may be thinking, I may well have us in a war by the time the elections roll around, which will enable me to say any opposition to me and my party is basically treason and unpatriotic.
Tom Nichols.
Is that effectively what you're saying that Biden tried to do? Is that what you're trying to say? So that's what it seems to me like you're trying to say there, buddy. But, you know, they always want to say this shit and they always want to bring up those Epstein files. Okay, look, here's where I stand on that. I think Michael Knowles got it right in the sense of either there's nothing more to see with the Epstein files because there is nothing more, or there is an evil cabal that's even more powerful than the office of the presidency that controls everything. In which case, no matter which way you look at it, we're not going to see any more. We're not going to see anything else. That's it. Either we've seen everything we're going to see, or there's nothing more to see. That's it. Get the fuck over it. It's not going to change anything. Of course, listen, I'm pretty pissed off too that we were told, oh, there's nothing. I get that. But at the same time, you got to come to terms. One of the two things is true. One of the two things is true. Let's continue listening to this dumb bitch.
Your brain and my brain have gone to the exact same place.
Oh, yeah, went to the exact same place. Y'all believe that Trump is just going to be out here killing people willy-nilly that disagree with him. See, that's just it. Well, they're still trying to call him Hitler. This is what they're doing. They're still trying to call Trump Hitler. They're trying to claim that he's an out-of-control, murderous dictator because that justifies someone killing him. And they want a member of their audience to go out and kill him. Every time someone tries, they hold their breath and hope that it works. And then whenever they fail, they pretend Like, they don't know how the hell it happened, except they all along, they've been knowingly trying to encourage someone to do it, and they're still trying to encourage someone to do it. Okay. What else do we have here? We got another person out here that's calling Trump a murderer. And this one was a little surprising. Honestly, it really was. Wasn't expecting this, but then at the same time, she's gone so far off the deep end that she really is just batshit crazy lately. And this Candace Owens, let's listen to what she's saying. Get this thing up and running here. Here we go.
Just really needed to just take a breather and really process everything that happened with Charlie and what it kind of means in terms of where we are. And I think it is a circumstance where we just know that he was truly betrayed in one of the most egregious ways that I think I've ever seen. It has made me lose faith in politics. It has made me fully lose faith in Trump. And my heart aches for the fact that he gave so much of his life to Trump and to politics. And they just were like, nope, that is it. It serves us or it doesn't serve us, and we want to move on. And so here's a holiday. Bro, if they try to give me a holiday, what is with them giving people a holiday after they kill them? Why is that a thing? You know?
After they kill them. That's right. She is claiming that Donald Trump killed Charlie Kirk. Now, what is all this stemming from? This is stemming from the leaked group message where Charlie was seen saying that, okay, he's going to have to get off this pro-Israel thing whenever he was being told that he had to cancel an invitation to Tucker Carlson to a Teep USA event, or they were going to withdraw their funding. And he's just like, you know what? He's not going to be beholden to their demands. And he was just saying, okay, he's going to get off the pro-Israel kick. That's what he was going to do. This was prior to him being murdered. At which point in time, Candace has gone down the rabbit hole of saying there were Jewish tunnels and it was Jews that killed him. Now she's blatantly claiming that Donald Trump killed him? Look, I get it, Candace. We're all still upset about Charlie Kirk's murder. It was fucked up. But we know who did it. It was a radical leftist. I don't even want to say radical. A mainstream leftist. With a furry boyfriend. He had a conservative family that he had rebelled against whenever he went to a liberal college that indoctrinated him. And then he went out and he tried to kill him. Or he did kill him, I should say. That's who did it. And I know that that doesn't make sense to you because it's really hard to understand that people can actually fall for this left-wing propaganda. But once upon a time, you understood that. But you needed it to make more sense because it didn't make sense. And yeah, it's really crazy that people fall for this left-wing propaganda bullshit. But now here you are falling for radical right-wing propaganda, which is trying to make sense out of how many morons we have in this world that actually fall for left-wing propaganda. And now you're becoming one of those morons falling for radical right-wing propaganda. And you're actually promoting it. It's crazy. Sit there and claim Donald Trump killed Charlie Kirk. That is fucking crazy. Let's listen to the bitch continue her shit.
I mean, like, oh, Martin Luther King, what about this holiday? What about this boulevard? Anyways, let me knock it off. Like, they're going to give Charlie Kirk a boulevard. They already did. They did in Israel. They gave him freaking boulevard. It's like, as soon as they give you a boulevard and a holiday, they definitely killed you. Okay, there's no question. They killed you. There's no way. That's like their signature thing. It's like that's what they do. It's the Fed signature. It's how they sign off after they murder you. So like holiday and a boulevard.
And what'd she say? She said, they better not give me a holiday. You think someone wants to kill you? No one wants to kill you. We want you to get your head back on straight. We want you to become a credible person again. God, I feel so bad for the road you went down, Candace. You know, I wasn't like a fan and didn't watch you all the time, but I still respected you. Now I got no respect for you at all. Hell, you caused a lot of issues in my home with a lot of the shit that you were spewing. Whenever people believed you were still credible. But everyone knows you're batshit crazy now, thankfully. But god damn.
And it's never on the nice side of town either. Like Charlie Kirk Boulevard is not going to be a nice side of town. Anyways, I will be back on the 27th, you guys. Thank you guys for all the support.
Please stop supporting her. Please. Please stop supporting her. We need her. We need her gone. She is not helping conservatism at all. Just saying. I'm just saying. Now, another interesting thing that I've been wanting to like actually get to for a long time. I want to find out more about this shit. Apparently, Ozempic is in trouble. I saw this video. There's this massive lawsuit going on right now with Ozempic. Let's go ahead and pull that up so that way we can get a look at that here. Let's see.
The $2 billion lawsuit for Ozempic just hit. And what's coming out is truly horrifying. Muscle wasting. And we're not talking a little, we're talking 20 years of muscle lost in only 1 year of taking this. Doctors say losing this much muscle contributes to you aging faster, losing strength in your heart, destroys your metabolism. It gets scarier though. Plaintiffs developed gastroparesis, which means stomach paralysis. Food just sits in their stomach, just rotting. Imagine being so backed up you vomit for days, you end up in the ER, they have to shove a tube down your nose just to empty out your stomach. And for some of the plaintiffs, they have said their whole gastrointestinal tract cannot function anymore, can't even move. That's not bad enough. Patients are reporting losing their teeth because this medication will dry out all of the mucous membranes. And what happens is if you're not having healthy saliva, it affects your teeth so quickly. Nightmare doesn't stop there. There are cases of sudden permanent blindness, according to the documents. Waking up one day with no vision, no way to bring it back ever. Yeah, and pancreatitis and kidney failure. So $2 billion for this lawsuit is just the beginning, according to the lawyers. Ask yourself, is the shot worth losing your strength, your independence, your smile, possibly even life-altering consequences?
That's freaking crazy. It's scary as hell. It really
is. The $2 billion
And
lawsuit for Ozempic just hit.
I mean, you know, whenever this Ozempic thing came out, I'm like, wait, what? You mean people can like lose weight without having to do like any work? That doesn't sound safe at all. That doesn't sound safe at all. And then I start seeing some of these celebrities and stuff on the Ozempic, and I see the way, yeah, they drop all this weight, but their face, they start to look like a skeleton. Scared the hell out of me. I ain't a fan of that. Listen, of course, I'd like to shed a few pounds too, but I ain't doing this Ozempic shit. This shit's scary. And now I'm hearing some of the no. Hopefully people get off this train soon. I know that South Park was making fun of it not too long ago. That was hysterical. But whew. All right, yeah. Guys, seriously. If you need to lose weight, do it the old-fashioned way. Just eat less, exercise, take better care of yourself, consult a doctor. Don't go to this Ozempic shit. Don't do it. Please. Please. I know some people that are on this shit, and this shit, you know, they used to be attractive people. They ain't attractive anymore. So don't put shit in your body that's going to rot your body. It's just that simple. It's that simple. It really is. But okay. Got some other things I want to get to here real quick. Let me go ahead and I want to take a quick break momentarily, and then we're gonna come right back and get into a couple other stories here. So let me go ahead and switch on over here and get this going.
Flashback.
So check this thing out. Man, it's got the Gaston flag. It's got all them bottle caps all around. This thing looks like a real freaking beer, but it's a candle. So the other day I get this message from Kim over at Candle Envy, right? She says that she loves the show and she wants to make me a custom candle to help support it. So obviously my interest is piqued and I go ahead and get on the phone with her. You know, I got to feel her out. I got to make sure that her values align with mine. I don't want to be endorsing any company that's promoting values that I don't agree with. So we get to talking and come to find out she pretty much follows all the same conservative commentators I follow, and she is extremely informed on all the issues that are going on in our country right now. And she's just as concerned as we are as to what's going on in this country, and she's just trying to do whatever she can to help. Now she's kept pretty busy in her off time taking care of her retired Army vet dad, which I won't hold against her being prior Navy myself, but still, even with all of that on her plate, she's still able to turn things out like this in a matter of days. And they're refillable. She makes these little inserts here so that way when you run out of what you burned up inside, you just go ahead and plop one of these in there and you just keep using your candle like it never ended. And by chance, if you forget to order refills, they fit tea lights as well. So guys, if your lady's been bugging you to have more candles around the house, just imagine her delight if she found candles like this all over the place. And ladies, talk about a sneaky way to sneak some candles into your man's environment. Nah, I'm just kidding. She doesn't only make candles that look like this. She also gets into really cool, unique designs like this as well. Check this out. So guys, if you're looking to get something unique for your lady, right here, man, this is what you want to get. She's gonna love it. Now, yeah, I could get into all the other cool details that she talked about on the phone regarding these things, but you're gonna find all that out when you go to her website. To me, the coolest thing is that every single candle is completely custom. No two candles are ever the same. And don't think you're restricted to only what you see on her website either. She was telling me how she had just filled an order for custom F. Joe Biden candles that some guy ordered to give out as gifts to everybody. Bam! Look at that. This thing's awesome. So go ahead and jump on over to candleenvy.com and check out what she's got. And check her out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as well. And when you place your order, don't forget to tell her that you heard about her right here on Talk About It. Hey gang, if y'all haven't checked out the podcast network Rumination yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Check it out.
Do you want to know the difference between him and all the other popes?
What's that?
He's wearing all black.
It's like, I don't want to with this guy.
Way over your head. Like, way over your head. Anyways.
Yeah.
So what do we got in the audience here? Let's see. Amount of potential burritos not being made.
The states with the most women will want a national divorce. Got him.
Oh, man, Vash. Diddy beats Rico. Found not guilty of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. I mean, come on, guys. It's just a freak off, right?
All I'm saying is buy Johnson & Johnson if you really think it's true. I'm pretty sure a crackhead could poop on the side of the street and it'd be in front of somebody who's paid for a prostitute. Don't do any more dirty parties, Diddy. Next time, give me an invite.
Welcome to Sunset Rants.
Did I do a Nazi salute? Who did the Nazi salute? It's hard to be a Nazi when you're Mexican. This bitch, she just needs to shut her pie hole.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Drive-In.
Oh, I can already tell you what's going on. Oh, he gonna smack that booty. Oh. Oh. Children can get away with murder.
Welcome to Facts and Sats. I am Valley, your common sense advocate, yet always suspicious SoCal girl here.
And I'm Biddy, your fast-talking New Yorker with a finely tuned BS detector.
Do you guys ever dip your junk in milk and honey? Kind of
Dip my
marinate it? Dip your junk in milk and honey. Marinate it a little bit.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you know, your balls.
No.
Why not? It's good for them. It's healthy. Makes them nice, silky, smooth, and soft.
We're going to have to talk about this. Rumination starts now.
And got a different show live streaming like every night on Rumble, YouTube, and X. Just search for Roman Nation. You'll find them. Or you can jump over to their website, riseofmiddleamerica.com. Check them out for yourself. But for now, hey, back to the show. All right, we're back. All right, so sports. We're diving into some sports. Anybody out there that watches me, you know that I don't really follow a lot of sports. Usually I like to have someone join me in this segment that does follow sports. Why don't I follow sports? Listen, I used to follow sports all the damn times. Football was my bag. I used to have 8 monitors up watching every game as it was happening live. But then they started pushing politics down my throat whenever I didn't follow politics at the time. That's whenever I decided, you know what? If y'all want me to follow politics, then fine, I'll follow politics, but I ain't following you. I stopped watching sports. So now I don't really know a whole hell of a lot of the stuff that happens in sports, except for whenever something big happens. And something big happened. 30+ arrests, 11 states, 1 nationwide takedown. This is posted by Kash Patel. Today, the FBI dismantled a multi-million-dollar gambling ring tied to LA Cosa Nostra, including current and former NBA players and coaches, as well as being an inside scheme to rig sports betting outcomes for profits. Cheating, corruption, and laundering have consequences. We have followed the money, and the law caught up. That's right. NBA legend, Chauncey Billups, Heat's Terry Rozier, arrested as part of FBI gambling. This is crazy. Listen to Kash tell us. Let's go. Let's hear it.
But as you
get that up and going so that way we can see it. Here we go.
now know, individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today. Former, current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing. Not only did we crack into the fraud that these perpetrators committed on the grand stage of the NBA, but we also entered and executed a system of justice against La Cosa Nostra to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchesi crime families. And you'll hear more about those details today. The charges and the arrests that were taken down across this country range from wire fraud, money laundering, extortion, robbery, illegal gambling. This FBI will leave no room for any perpetrator of crime across this country. You hear a lot about our work of defending the homeland and crushing violent crime. Well, this work is also representative of a colossal portion of the FBI's mandate to keep America safe and to keep our entertainment industry fair and secure. The men and women that are standing up here today worked tireless hours, days, months, and years. And the fraud is mind-boggling. It's not hundreds of dollars. It's not thousands of dollars. It's not tens of thousands of dollars. It's not even millions of dollars. We're talking about tens of millions of dollars in fraud and theft and robbery.
Nah, there's more than that. I guarantee it. When you've got NBA players involved that are already making hundreds of millions of dollars, I'm sorry, it really has to be worth their while to get involved in this. So you might be saying only tens of millions right now, but I guarantee you keep digging, it's gonna get steeper. It's gonna get steeper. But yeah, apparently in this, and what was going on here, and I've got some other clips, but I'm not gonna get into those because we're running long as it is. But apparently you had 2 different stings going on. One, you had players that were giving inside tips to underbettors. Okay? Players such as, Terry Rozier, letting people know that he was going to be bowing out of the game. And so to bet on that underbid or whatever. Okay, you had players saying that, oh, they were going to hold back on their performance, so that way there was a point spread that fell within these underbids. That's what they were doing. That's one. And then another ring that was going on was tied to the freaking mafia, and that was card games. And that's where they would have some high-level person come in, some famous person come in, and now you got a chance to actually play a card game with a famous person. But all the while, the game was rigged. So that way they could steal money from the people that they lured in to play with the famous person. That's what they were doing. All this was tied together. It's freaking crazy. Now, okay, that kind of card scam's been going on for forever. It ain't gonna stop. It's always gonna happen. But the NBA shaving, when you've got players that are rigging, we should all be furious about this, especially for people that gamble on these games. That they're expecting it to be on the up and up, fair and square. Pete Rose, he used to gamble on himself. He used to place bets on himself that he was going to win, not that he was going to lose. No, he would bet that he was going to win. And his entire career was destroyed because of that. We're taught all of our lives to bet on ourselves. Okay? How often does someone challenge us to something and you say, you know what, I bet I can? And you're betting on yourself that you can do something. And that's what Pete Rose would do. Well, no, not these NBA players. No. They were coordinating in order to underperform. Rigging the NBA. We should all be pissed off about that. We should be. But I'll tell you someone who's not pissed off about it. I mean, just look at this. Look at this. This is Terry Rozier. Watch what he's doing here. Look at this. He just passes it to him. You can't tell me. Clear as day. Just passed it straight to him. This shit's so obvious, but now that you know what's going on, it's so obvious. Look at this shit. Well, someone who isn't happy that this bust happened is Stephen A. Smith. Let's listen to what Stephen A. Smith got to say.
I'm going to say it on national television again. Bad Bunny is for one incident after another. Have I said Trump is coming? He's coming.
It's Trump.
I'm going to say it on national television again. Bad Bunny is performing at the Super Bowl, and all of a sudden you hearing ICE is going to be there, looking to engage in mass deportations. The Super Bowl, disrupting things. Big night for the NBA. Wembanyama put on a show. That has now been smeared because we're talking about this story, okay? Remember, Trump has a long, long history connected to the world of sports because he had those casinos. Where do you think folks were coming half the time?
Steve, I'm just going to ask a question. Why are you so upset that Trump's FBI exposed the rigging of the NBA? Why are you so upset about that? You should be happy. This affected your livelihood. You're supposed to be reporting on sports, and it's supposed to be credible, and people are supposed to have trust and faith that the sports are being played fairly. You're upset this has been exposed. You want to attack Trump on this. But why are you upset? To me, it begs the question, were you in on it? Have you been profiting from some of these? And is that what you're so upset about? That's what I've got to wonder. That's what I'm pondering here. I'm a little curious about that. But yeah, that was a big scandal that broke out that is very intriguing for everyone to hear. And yeah, I'll be following that story to find out a little bit more. I've got a little bit more I want to get to real quick. I wanted to get into this this here. I had a couple of things saved here. I want to pull this up. I saw this. So we had that No Kings rally last week. Well, apparently they're already planning another one. Let's get a look at this.
Spread the word, the next No Kings protest is going to be on Black Friday. We are going to shut down the system. There will be no purchasing on Black Friday. There will be no buying on Black Friday. They want us to feel it in healthcare. We're going to hit them right where their fucking pockets hurt as they drive up prices on things like bread, eggs, meat, cheese. We are going to bleed them the fuck dry. No spend November. If you don't need it, don't buy it. And it will all come to a head on Black Friday when we will take to the streets for yet another No Kings protest. Black Friday in America is the one day we swarm to stores to try to get a bargain, and we make these people richer than they already are while we become poorer than they already know we are. Oh, and we're not doing Christmas shopping this year either. If the kids don't need it, don't fucking buy it. We don't participate in holidays when we can't get simple fucking healthcare coverage at less than $29,000 a goddamn week. You take away government benefits for 45 million Americans and think we're gonna go shopping on Black Friday? Like, comment, share, spread the word.
Well, I mean, frankly, if you're gonna boycott Christmas, you're gonna protest Christmas, you're not gonna participate in Christmas, you should have never been participating in Christmas to begin with. Because Christmas isn't political. It's religious. So if you see it as a political thing, something that you can protest, something that you should protest, that tells me you're not a Christian. So therefore, you shouldn't be participating in Christmas if you're not a Christian. I mean, kind of makes sense, don't you think? Just saying. But hey, whatever. You're not going to go out and spend money, okay? Don't go spend money. I don't give a shit. I really don't. I don't. Hell, make the crowds less. Guess what? I haven't shopped on a Black Friday in years. I've been protesting Black Friday for a long time. You know why? Because Black Friday interferes with Thanksgiving. Yeah. That's my reason for not going. So don't sit here and think that I ain't been participating because, oh, hey, I'm right there with you. But here's my next question. What's this shit about, oh, you losing your health care? There's only two reasons why you would possibly be losing your health care. Either one, you're an illegal. Are you an illegal? Because if you are, shit, you need to be booted the hell out of the country. Someone find out where the hell you're at. Go get your ass. Get you out of here. But if you're not illegal, the only other reason would be because you don't want to comply with the requirements necessary. The requirements necessary would be to work a minimum of 20 hours a week. You can't work 20 hours a week? Why not? Why not? Why can't you work 20 hours a week? You look young and healthy. Why can't you work 20 hours a week? What do you feel so entitled about that you don't feel the need to work 20 hours a week? Or maybe you're falling for the propaganda that Trump has shut down the government and now your stat benefits and all this other shit's going away because Trump. To which I just need to remind everybody once again that it's Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer, he's the one that should be suffering your ire. Period. Maybe you should be going and protesting him. Just saying. Just saying. See, I wanted to address that video real quick, but now we got to get into this thing that I've been monitoring for months now. But I got to hit a stinger first, so let me hit that. All right. Here we go. I tried to tell you all before that the aliens are coming. Now, we already have some aliens here. I've told you all that before. We got aliens here already. We got Bigfoot aliens, Sasquatch aliens. They are here. People laugh at me when I say that, but you think about it. Sasquatch possesses the ability to disappear. That's why they're there one moment and then they're gone the next. And people say all the time, well, if Sasquatch was real, then why haven't we found any remains? Well, we would only be finding remains if they were earthbound. But if they're not earthbound and they're actually an extraterrestrial being, well, we're not finding remains because the remains, they're dying up on their spaceships. And if they happen to die down here on Earth, their fellow aliens are gathering them up and taking them up. So we got Sasquatch aliens. They're here, but see, they've been living amongst us for a long time. But now we got others coming. Now, I don't know if these are Sasquatch aliens. I don't know what kind of aliens these are, but they coming. They coming. Now, y'all gonna laugh at me, but listen, I've been watching this shit. This shit's crazy. This shit's crazy. Check it out. So we're all aware of this three-eye atlas. Okay, we've been watching this thing for a while. What's really weird about this is that if it was a comet, you'd be having all these particles trailing off the end of it, except we've been seeing the particles in front of it as it's moving. And it's been on a pathway towards the sun. Now, the projected path on how this would work, it doesn't seem to want to be following that projected path. What we have here is Dr. Avi Loeb believes that the upcoming alignment of the interstellar object may be more than a coincidence as it moves directly behind the sun. It will disappear from the Earth's telescope just 8 days before reaching its closest approach. Loeb suggests this could be the perfect setup for an Oberth maneuver. That's where it does this slingshot thing. Powerful acceleration technique used by spacecraft near massive bodies like the sun to gain speed. We've all seen those movies of, Apollo 11 or 13, whatever it is, where they're slingshotting around the sun. Armageddon, they're slingshotting around the comet to come back to it. That's effectively what he's talking about here. Now, at perihelion, I don't know how to pronounce these words, on October 29th, the three-eye atlas will be exposed to more than 33 gigawatts of solar energy. Nearly a third of the total output of all U.S. nuclear power plants. That's massive. It's huge. Now, if it's an artificial craft or mothership, Loeb argues that energy could be harnessed to power advanced systems, all while remaining hidden from our view. That's right. As it passes behind the sun, we won't be able to see what the hell it's doing. If the object behaves purely according to gravity, it will confirm a natural origin. So as long as it behaves as projected, then that would mean that it's natural origin and it's not a spacecraft. But any unexplained acceleration or change in trajectory, Loeb warns, would signal something more profound. That's right. If it changes its rate of speed, that means it's being controlled. That shit's scary. Especially when we get into this shit here. All right, the interstellar object is not following the trajectory predicted by NASA. It is accelerating toward a hidden perihelion behind the sun. It's accelerating. The deviation is increasing with each passing hour, as many astronomers and professors observe are noting here today. The interstellar visitor 3-eye atlas isn't following the path. It's accelerating toward a hidden perihelion behind the sun. That's right. It's accelerating. Now, some people say, oh, that's the gravity. It's pulling it in faster. It's pulling it in faster. But then we see this shit. Okay? So we got this interstellar comet blast a jet towards the sun. A new telescope image. Blasting a jet. That's what it's doing here. A recent image of the comet, so-called comet, taken by Gemini North telescope in Hawaii, alongside new 2-meter twin telescope image of a jet erupting from the alleged comet in the direction of the sun. I don't know what y'all are thinking, but that shit look. I mean, let's be real on this. Let's be real on this. This shit's... We got comments that are not behaving according to plan here. That's not good. We got to do something about this. All right. Then we have this. Check this shit out. The moment 3i Atlas entered our solar system, the sun changed its behavior, erupting with massive CMEs as if targeting it. Solar activity is spiking like never before. It almost looks like the sun is reacting, tracking, or even communicating with the object. Look at this flashing. This is crazy. Are they coming? We got the aliens coming. Are they here? Are they almost here? You know, it's projected to be like within our orbit come November. We just a week away from that. Could this be it? Listen, I need to know from y'all. Drop your comments. Let me know what y'all think. Is this the end? Are we about to see our own Independence Day? Are you ready to go to war with these aliens? I don't know. I think I gotta get me some Patriot supply. That's what I'm saying. I'm just thinking there. So, okay. All right. I think that's about gonna wrap it up for me this evening here. I appreciate everybody joining me tonight. I just did a little rant session. Tomorrow I'm gonna be heading over to another Culture War Live event with Tim Pool. Gonna have a good time over there. I won't be streaming again next week because it is Halloween. Sorry for the lull that I've had due to my software crashing, but I've got it back together again. My goal is to start streaming again every single week on Fridays starting next month, November. That's what I'll be doing. Okay, I'm also trying to build something here. Probably noticed down in the corner, I've got a little logo there that says Talk About It Network. If you are interested in doing a show, listen, I'm trying to get some people to do this. Ultimately, I want this Talk About It channel to be a 24-hour channel with shows on it all the time. Kind of like that America's Voice channel where you've got something streaming all the time. Yeah, so, but I need people to get involved in this. So, hey, if you're interested, you want to get on this Talk About It network, get some additional shows streaming so that way we can have 24 hours of streaming, I'll work with you. We get this thing going. In the meantime, I appreciate all y'all joining me this evening, and I will see you not next Friday, but Friday after Halloween. Y'all have a good night.
What's this?
Talk about it.
What's this?
Talk about it.